Good morning, everyone. Before I get started, I wanted to thank Gene for putting this event together and allowing me to participate. As I was reviewing the conference attendee list, I was delighted to see that I still knew half of the participants, and that's just the fact that I haven't seen many of them since prior to COVID. I was glad to see that they came through alive and well. So with that said, I was given some thought to what might be appropriate to discuss with the audience, and felt like maybe a quick overview of Liberty Tire Recycling, my current employer, would be beneficial, as perhaps some of the participants are not aware of Liberty and its capabilities. And then more importantly, I wanted to provide an update on Florida's waste tire program from a participant's perspective, I guess. And for everyone's benefit and understanding, I've been involved since 1989, and I probably met Terry in the early 90s. I was heavily involved in some of the cleanups that he referenced already. And so I've kind of witnessed a lot of the improvements that we saw in the first 20 plus years of the program, and then some of the decline that we've seen in recent years. So with that said, I'd like to move on here and introduce everyone to Liberty. This is an overview of our operations and what we're handling in North America. So we have 50 plus facilities. We operate in the US and Canada. We collected over 200 million tires last year, and processed and helped to divert 3 billion pounds of rubber from landfills. That's something we're very proud of as an organization, and we are definitely focused on markets and market development relative to all things waste tire. Our network of facilities includes 50 plus facilities across North America. We service 39,000 customer locations and operate in 53 states / provinces. There are not 53 states in the US, but didn't want to mislead anyone. But our corporate headquarters are in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we've experienced a lot of growth, much of which has been achieved through acquisition of existing processors and collectors in various markets around the country. Moving on to Florida, which is obviously the focus of our conference today. This slide here helps to identify the population centers around the state, and the circles are the heaviest individual population centers. And Terry referenced the Wheelabrator Ridge facility, which I was fortunate enough to work at for about 16 years. We went commercial in 1994, and I left the company for Liberty in 2010, thankfully. But the Wheelabrator Ridge facility was right in between the two dots, was located right in between the two circles in central Florida. We were located in Auburndale, Florida, and when I left, we were processing in excess of 40,000 tons a year of waste tires. So depending on the math and how many pounds that waste tire weighed, we're talking about 3.8 to 4 million tires a year. So it was a large loss when they shut the facility down, and that loss is still being felt today. And for those who may be wondering when it's going to resume activity or start back up, I thought that this it might be worthwhile to share this video with everyone. I think that's probably long enough to get the point across. And so clearly the Ridge Generating Facility is not an option for the future. It was a great asset to the past. And for some reason, I can't move my slide here.
Hey, Phil, this is Gene.
Yeah.
Don't click on the image itself because that will launch the movie again. Hit page down on your keyboard.
There we go. Liberty operates a very diverse facility in Port St. Lucie, Florida, where we're currently processing in excess of 70,000 tons of whole tires a year. And I thought it might be worthwhile to share the product mix from that facility. It might be something that was of interest to the audience. And it ties into the slides that John and Terry had shared. But essentially, in 2021 anyway, the product mix was 38% chrome rubber, 29% mulch, 17% wire, 8% fiber, and 8% TDF. So clearly it is a diverse product mix, and something that we're very proud of, being able to beneficially use all 70,000 tons that we collect and deliver to Port St. Lucie. As a company, we're also collecting in Central and North Florida. However, the end market for those tires is north, and it's in the Georgia area where tire-derived fuel usage is still very prevalent. And we're also making mulch and crumb rubber in Georgia as well. But that's really, I guess, to just piggyback on Terry's comments. The loss of the Wheelabrator Ridge facility to Florida's markets represented a 40,000 ton a year reduction in overall usage from a state perspective, from a statewide perspective. So it was a big loss. I think Terry's on track when he says that much, if not all, of that material is currently being shred and landfilled. So anyway, again, like to thank you for inviting me to participate, and happy to entertain any questions at this time or later on in the panel discussion, whenever is most appropriate.
Thanks, Phil.
And thanks for your technical support.